Hello students, I'm Shashi Sharma back again from SS English Learning Center. Today I have come up with modals. Now actually modals create problems for some of the students to choose from. Now before I start, let me tell you modals come in three ways. First, that sentence is given, fill in the blanks is given, but no clue or no words is given in the blocks. So you have to choose it from your own. Number two, the blank is given, the sentence with blank is given, and there are two options given, for example, can or may. Now you have to choose the correct one. Number three, lot of words are given in the box. Now you have to choose which one to be fitted over there. Now, before you get confused, I think I would like to tell you some key points that modals express the action. It always expresses the action, the type of action it is taken, whether future, past or present or whatever. Modals do not change as per the number of the subject. Now it does not mean, for example, I can, you can, we can, he can, they can, plural or singular. In both ways, it is the same, it does not change. Number three, modals have no infinitive, no two words. Now we cannot use. It has to be used with the verb. A proper verb should be given over there. Suppose I can read. Now the proper verb is read. So modals cannot be used in all the tenses. We cannot use in all the tenses. It has a limit. For example, I can. It is present tense. You can. That should be kept in mind. Now, what are the general functions of modals? It expresses probability, logical necessity, possibility, future confirmations, etc. I will do this work tomorrow. This is the future confirmation. Possibility. I can go or I might be going, like that, where you are not confirmed. Possibilities are there. Number two, modals are used in the main clause of conditional sentences. Example, if I were you, I should help the beggar. Now here the condition is given, if I am like you only. Suppose I have the resources only, then I should be doing that. Now, apart from this, there are many modals like may, can. Usually these two come. So both have ability, both have possibility, both can show the same thing. Now, what is the difference? At very few places, can is used for permission, otherwise may is used for the permission only. Now, might and could, these are the past tenses of the could or may. Now, will, would, shall, should. Now, the confusion starts when should and must is given together and you have to choose one. Now, what is that? Now, must, for example, I give you an sentence, we dash respect our elders. Now, what will you be using? Should or must? Think and let me know in the comment box. Actually, let me tell you, should is your ability. You want to, you can. If you don't want, you cannot. But must, where some compulsion is there. Like I say, when you are in Rome, you must follow must act like a Roman. Now, there are few words, few more, have to and ought to. Now, ought to is again the final situation where no alternative is left. Suppose you are suffering from cancer. Now, you have to consult the surgeon. You ought to consult the surgeon. We can't say you have to. So, these are little basic things which you should remember. I used to stay where my uncle is staying at present. So these type of things you should know. There are very, very little difference in that. You have to understand where it is possibility, it is showing possibility, where it is logically fitting, or where the what we call probability, logical necessity is there. There you should know. So with that, I'll be back with another video. Till then, thank you and keep practicing modals. Thank you.